is so stupid, but we're like 30 minutes in, we're dying. It's a hot class. And the instructor goes, I see we have a comedian in the class. And I'm just like, fuck, this is bad. And she goes, does he want to tell us a joke? And I'm like, I'm in like a pose right now. This is horrible. So I like look to Brian, like, I don't know what to do here. And he gives me a look like, I got this, which I'm like, I don't know what the fuck he's going to do. But he goes, I'll tell a joke. And the whole room is like, what the fuck? I'm like, we're looking like, what's he going to do? And he tells my joke. It's an old joke of mine where he goes, my friend's girlfriend just had a miscarriage in the shower. And I was like, oh my God, worst baby shower ever. He tells this to a room full of women and it is fucking silence. And the instructor just says, well, I'm triggered. And I was like, yeah, that joke usually fucking kills.
There's addicts and there's partiers. Partiers stop when the party's over.
Yeah.
And then addicts just never stop.
That's true.
And I was like, oh yeah, I stop when the party's over.
So you're a partier.
Yeah. I go, the party, I'm not drinking by myself in my room when no one's there and then going like, I'm going to jack off.
No, the difference is with you is that you are the person who goes, come over so that the party can keep going.
Do you realize my one takeaway? I had so many sober realizations.
Yeah.
Like over my time of sobriety.
Yeah.
The number one takeaway
yeah,
is how often everyone wants to go to bed.
This is your takeaway?
Like everyone
wants to sleep.
Everyone wants to sleep.
And you?
Never. I never want to sleep. I never want the party to end.
I
want everyone to stay up with me. I want to have one more drink. I want everyone to like, yo, come on. And then like, I'm cool going to bed, but like at 2 a.m.
By the way, DK's supposed daily routine.
No.
You haven't seen this? He wakes up. I think he has coffee, some water, works out, goes home, gets dressed, goes to practice, has some more water. And they're like, when are you eating? He's like, oh, like at 5 p.m. And then he has some candy too. He likes candy, which is like a Marshawn thing. He's like, yeah, I like to eat candy, like Skittles and shit.
Marshawn used to take a shot of Hennessy, 2 shots of Hennessy before a game. I couldn't do that. And I like drinking. I couldn't do that.
It's fucking crazy to me. Diet sodas, like they have artificial sweeteners. And the way that it was relayed to the layperson was the artificial sweetener might not be sugar, but your body believes that it's sugar. And so when you consume it, you end up, you're tricking your body and you're getting a glucose spike like you would if you were drinking regular soda anyway. And so it turns out it's not even worth it to drink the diet stuff because it's the same as regular soda. And then that became a widely circulated thing that people would say. And the truth is...
So first off, this will be like of all the comments on this video, this will be the most contentious thing.
Really? But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
What?
And this is the only time you can actually say this. There's no tobacco. These are tobacco free. This is straight nicotine. Put your nail in there. Straight nicotine.
Maybe this is the Lord saying something.
Here.
I can't open yours.
It's just nicotine. So you get like the here.
Wow, that came out quick.
You get the nicotine fix. I feel like more focused. You know, it's a little stimulant. It's better than speed. That's what the doc said.
It is?
He goes, you're not going to do speed, right? And I go, probably not.
Will you talk to your doctor about that?
Well, my drinks. But yeah, I was drinking vodka on ice, just enjoying just nice, cold, crisp vodka.
There is nothing better.
It was delicious.
Than the cleanest drink you can have in the world. Whiskey is a dirty whore who loses her shoes.
Yeah.
Okay? Gin is a chick you didn't realize was overweight until you wake up the next morning. Tequila gives you an STD.
Yeah, tequila's wild.
But fucking vodka.
Vodka's a gentleman's drink.
Vodka leaves before you wake up with a note by your bed.
Yeah.
And you smile and you go, God, I wouldn't mind fucking her one more time.
I just didn't care. I didn't care about the movie. I just kind of moved on. And this comes out and I'm like, oh, it's that fucking guy. And here's the thing. I watched this movie and I was so blown away by how good of an actor Matt Damon was in this movie. I was like, oh, this guy is fucking legitimately like an amazing. He's fantastic in this movie.
So good in it.
And then I remember seeing the trailer for The Firstborn. I was like, this fuck is gonna play like a badass.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't.
And he's gonna crush it again.
And I saw the trailer. I was like, this is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then I saw the movie.
Let me smell your dick. And then I pull it out and she goes, it's clean. We can fuck. But like, I deserve, like, and look, I'm being for real.
Yeah, you deserve.
And this is
more
conversations me and her have had.
Yeah.
I deserve. I think I'm getting the credit now. I think now that we're both getting older,
Yeah.
I think she's like looking back, going like, "Well, I couldn't have fucking cheated on her for the longest time, but the last 2 years, I could have fucking been slaying pussy."
Yeah.
But I
Now
feel
she's
that,
like, thanks for not doing that.
now she's like, God, I can't believe I got this good of a guy.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is I found a ring at SeaWorld. I held on to it for 12 years. For 12 years. Leanne, at one time, we were hurting for money a lot. And it's a sapphire ring. I think sapphire. What's the green one? Emerald?
Yeah.
It was an expensive ring.
You wouldn't necessarily know that, but he's pretty disciplined about what he eats outside of his drinking.
A lot of people don't realize this. Well, I had 7 shots of vodka. It doesn't have any calories. Yeah, it does. It has 7 calories per gram. So like a shot has like anywhere from 60 to 80 calories.
Oh.
So you do like 7 shots, you're talking over 500 calories. So what I would say is so I don't know Bert real well.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I've seen on social media and what he's talked about. He loves him some alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think the idea that he's going to be able to cut that out completely for the rest of his life is probably low.
Yeah.
So if he wants to be able to consume that, then that means probably choosing drinks that are as low calorie as you can. Straight liquor is going to be lower calorie.
The key about dyeing your beard is not dyeing it all.
Right.
It's about subtly dyeing it. Taking big patches. Like you got a strong mustache.
Yeah, this is everything is the way it is, right? So
You don't touch it at all.
No.
What is your hair gray?
I don't know. I haven't seen it in forever.
What was the longest you let it grow out?
Now?
Yeah.
A few days.
Really?
Yeah, 4 or 5 days.
And you shave it yourself?
Yeah.
Clippers or razor?
I use the electric one. Where your hand molds to it.
Yeah.
And I just go in the shower.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because it's easy. It gets really smooth.
I can't believe I still have any hair.
Let's see. You always cover it up though.
Yeah, I know, because it just looks perfect.
It looks perfect with the hat on?
Looks fine with the hat on. But it's thinning, but I can cheat it.
Mm-hmm.
I can cheat it.
Do you ever go without the hat?
Yeah, all my specials. When I do stand up, yeah.
When you do stand up, you do it hatless?
Yeah, I do it hatless. I like wearing a hat because I think I look cute in a hat.
Cute.
Yeah.
I'm Tom. He's Bert. You went to Metallica last night?
Fucking 4 men played for 70,000 people as if it was in their backyard.
Really?
4 men. 4 fucking men. They reposted that. I was high as fuck.
They reposted.
They reposted me 3 times. Metallica reposted me 3 times. Dude, I picked up Isla for school. This is a badass video.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? Did you see my stories yesterday? I had to go take Isla to school. I go get her coffee in the morning. I'm a pretty present dad these days.
Uh-huh.
It's amazing. Georgia got fucked. I wonder why we had so many problems when she was in high school.
So the lady behind her, she had a conflict with the lady behind her because she was vaping. You're not supposed to vape at the show.
Hey,
here she goes.
can you not
Lady
vape?
goes, can you not vape? And she's like, yeah, leave me alone. Yeah.
It's super disrespectful.
And now,
The dick comes out?
no, she grabs his dick, but it doesn't come out. Oh, they didn't show that part. Now they asked her to leave. Her and the guy. He's grabbing his head. She's grabbing his dick the whole time.
That is crazy.
But it just reminded me of all the
Yeah, of
things in an
course.
audience where you're like, that's
because
that couple.
this is the equivalent of, hey, could you keep it down? And they're like, I'm talking to my daughter right now. Like where they tell you what, and you're like, yeah, I don't care. You're doing it the right way. I swear to God, I will be following your example on the next one.
But I just worry, what if I go out of business in a year and then I fucking miss half the dates,
Not going to happen. Not going to happen. The thing is that once you have like what you have going on, you have all these fans that people want to see you. It's like, you don't have to like make it hard on yourself. You can actually.
Oh, I was cracking toilet seats because I don't, when you're that fat, by the way, there's the minutia of fat, like stretching a shirt These are things that fat guys do. Stretching a shirt before you put it on. The idea of putting on pants where you go, these are barely going to get around my ass. And then going through your wardrobe and having absolutely nothing to wear. Putting on a suit and realizing I feel like I'm in a fucking prison. But nothing connects more than cracking toilet seats. Where
Cracking the seats?
I cracked so many seats. And then what would happen is I just land too hard on them. Like I'd go to take a shit and I'd go wham, and then it would crack. And then you couldn't find the crack, but then when you got up, it would pinch your leg, dude. 2 days later, I'm hungover. I'm doing shows at the store. I'm hungover. The girls are up, and Isla's like, "Hey, are you making breakfast?" I was like, I think I'm gonna just sleep. And I hear Leanne, let him sleep. He was out late last night. But in my head, I know that I'd written it down. That makes me happy. So I went, stop, get out of bed, go make them breakfast, and see if that works again. And I made them breakfast. My hangover went away. I'm laughing. I'm having coffee. We're all joking. They go all get in the car and go. And I go, God damn it, it works. So it's like quantifying happiness. So what I do is I quantify, when I stop drinking, the first 5 days is the most interesting because you have an impulse. You know, when you started losing weight and you would go you'd find out how many times you actually went to the fridge.
Sure.
Or how many times you went to a bag of chips and you were like, oh, wait, I can't have chips. I'm trying to eat clean.
Yeah.
So it's easy to do with weight loss, but when you drink a lot, there's a lot of times where your brain will say to yourself, hey, we should have a drink. You're not going to like this theory.
Okay.
I believe everyone who is an admitted alcoholic sees everyone's drinking problem. I think it's like they're hyper aware of everyone's drinking problem and see everything as a problem. Because it's really hard talking to anyone that's in recovery and not convincing you have a problem. The same way that like when COVID was going around and everyone was like, is that a cough? You got COVID. And it was like contagious. Right. I think recovery is contagious.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. And whatever, my view on it is that it's like people who have diabetes, they're not mad at sugar and they don't like.
I think they are. You don't think people with diabetes want to eat sugar?
Well, sugar's not a bad thing. It's just that they can't have it.
Yeah, but I think they live a life where they go, I would love to be able to eat cake at a birthday party. Taylor Swift just kind of has an idea, and it's a fucking platinum album. You put Taylor Swift in a room, and she could make the gross national product equivalent of money of a country. If you put her in a room, think of that talent. If you put her in a room with a guitar or piano or just a cymbal, she could come up with enough money to support an economy of a fucking small city. Easy.
Yeah, true.
How do you date that? How do you date that? When she says, let's get pizza, you go, you've been right every time anything's coming out of your mouth. Everyone agrees. So
yeah.
I mean, how do you date that? When we date like mediocre chicks, when we marry mediocre, Jesus Christ, Rogan has 18 million on Instagram. Taylor Swift has 276 million fans.
Ellis is starting jiu-jitsu.
For real?
Yeah.
Did you consult Uncle Joe?
I talked to him. I talked to a couple other people.
Isla's in jiu-jitsu. Isla's in jiu-jitsu.
Really? Does she like it?
She's been doing it for a few years, yeah.
Oh, really?
She choked me out the other night.
Does she like it?
Yeah, she loves it. She loves it. She's like, I don't know where we were, and she was like, I could choke you out. And I was like, you couldn't fucking choke me out. She goes, it's easier with big guys. I go, what? She goes, come here. And those little needle arms of hers went right under my chin, and Leanne and Georgia were watching, and I went like, and they started laughing so hard, and as soon as Isla heard them laughing, she just tightens it up, and I'm like, no, I'm tapping, and she's like, I haven't learned to tap yet. And I was like, what?
Ellis is like, I think I want to do jiu-jitsu. And I go, oh yeah?
Hold on. This doesn't look good.
Yeah,
look how big that fucking shark.
Huge great white. And he's like, oh, cool. And it has an open top. That's not a cage that's closed.
That's not a cage. That's a casket.
Yeah. And he's like, look at the shark. Let's tap this thing and see what it does.
Scroll and see if this thing attacks him. Go to the peak.
Oh.
Right there is where.
Like
Oh!
Yeah, that dude.
And then now it's already in attack mode.
Yeah.
And it just shattered that cage.
I mean,
Wait, what did it look like from behind? There's a moment of panic where they decide to fucking burn it to the ground. I would love to find that Instagram feed of just one orderly who just doesn't look like he deserves respect, who gets destroyed every time people check into rehab.
Well, I'll tell you, like I spit on the first guy, and then like I was pretty convinced that I was going to calmly talk my way out of it, but they had me dead to rights. There was no talking.
And they did 70,000 tickets last night,
and they're doing it again Sunday.
but they're only doing like 8 cities.
Yeah, they're doubling up. Do you know how brilliant that is from a business, by the way, what they did for people that don't know? So it's called like the no repeats. So a lot of times when a band of that magnitude plays a city, they're like, we're doing Friday, Saturday at SoFi. Mm-hmm. You're a fan. You go, all right, I'll go to Friday, see the show. Well, on this tour, they're saying that, and when they go to a city and they play more than one, the 2 shows won't be the same. So if you go to Friday's show, and you see Sunday, they're like, yeah, but Sunday will be totally different. So what ends up happening?
I bought a 2-day pass.
But
I bought 2 2-day passes.
I mean, how brilliant is that, though?
Wait, so your entry level watch was just like a regular Submariner?
Yeah, it's like a blackface Submariner. It was probably Cheryl, my wife got it for me. My wife's like, I am from the Midwest and I'm kind of frugal, and like your best friend was for you. My wife Cheryl's like that for me. She's like, no. Like she always is stepping us up into nicer and nice things that we can afford. But I left to my own devices probably wouldn't do it.
That's my wife. I never would have bought our first house. I never would have bought this house or that house. I never would have bought any house we have. But my wife grew up poorer than I did.
Same.
And she was like, yo, this is how you start generational wealth. This is how you get out of poverty, is you invest your money, and the safest place is in properties for her.
De Niro, his wife calls me up. This is, no matter how long you've been in business, every mistake in comedy I made. You didn't make it.
Yeah.
Like that lady with the mic, this was me doing that.
Right.
So she goes, Bob's having a 60th birthday party. You do a De Niro impression, which I really didn't, but maybe I did a half-assed one. But she goes, could you come down and just do the impression? So you ever see Ralph Cramden when he goes, I'm going straight for the $99,000 answer? You ever watch The Honeymoon? Mm-hmm. I go, I'll do better than that. I'll do an act. And even she goes like this, like, all right. I mean, we just want the impression. I go, I'll do, trust me. I'm very, she's like, all right. So right away, I write an act, a 20-minute act. It's all on paper. You can't memorize an act in 3 days of 20 minutes specific to one person. I write it all out about De Niro.
Is blackface that bad?
I've said how I feel about it, but people don't want to hear it.
I do.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think if you're a young kid and you like love a guy like Draymond Green or one of your favorite athletes, or even, then I think it's weird. We're almost perpetuating the racism. It feels like to me. I'm also white,
Yeah, sure, I understand.
And so it feels though like at a certain point you would say, oh, this kid can do that. He can idolize a black character because he's not, at a certain point, the malice has gone out of it. It's not like you're making, because they used to have to do it because of the, they didn't allow black people to be in movies. And so they would paint white people black. Right. The minstrel shows and stuff. Or they would sometimes paint,
Greece. It's a culture that's spoiled for vacation.
For vacation,
we crush hanging out.
What about
we crush having a good time?
For sure you do.
Grilling,
the food
hanging
is
out,
insane.
having coffee for 8 hours.
What's your favorite Greek dish?
I'm a traditionalist where I just give me some fresh shit grilled.
Yeah.
Like anything you want. And what's great about Greece, like you go to any beach, there is a restaurant on the side of the beach, and they all have the exact same menu.
And they all have the lamb and the cucumbers.
Lamb, Greek salad. Yeah. Like here's my go-to spread. Tzatziki, of course, the the yogurt dish. A Greek salad. You get fried calamari. I like it fried. What can I say? But grilled is nice too. You get lamb chops or something called kodosouvli, which is like a slow roasted pork spit.
Oh, dude, you're making me salivate.